Hi everyone, this is Lori Holmes, and I am part of the Exponential Practice Group with Jamie Smart. I've just finished this past year his clarity training, and I have also starting the trainer training coming up in a week or so. So anyway, I am here to answer the question, what first sparked my interest in transformation? Well, let's see, my story goes back probably about 38 years ago now. When I think back on it, I was 25 years old. I was coming out of a marriage that was, in my mind at that time, abusive, alcoholic. My husband and I had stopped really communicating with each other. And we had two beautiful sons, and I just had hit the wall with the marriage, and I was ready to take care of, well, I say take care of me, but to get out, do something for me, really, because I was afraid. I was afraid pretty much all the time. And when I was suffering like that, as I recall, I was looking for help and I didn't know where to find it. And so as chance would have it, or what they say, it's never chance, it's always synchronistic. And my ex-boyfriend at the time, who I was still mostly in love with, I wanted to get back with him. It didn't work out that way. But I had the opportunity through him to take the S training, Erhard Seminar training. For any of you who remember back in the 60s when Werner Erhard was pretty big. Anyway, the S training then was quite a shock to my 25-year-old self. It was like the biggest kick in the pants of anything that had ever happened to me. It was like a reality shake of myself. And in the process of the 2 weekends, I found Lori. Or I found the Lori that was available to me then, let's say it that way. And my life changed a little bit, but not as much with all the workshops that I did that I would have hoped for. You know, I was still feeling like, I was still feeling kind of broken inside, feeling like I still needed to be fixed. And so I did continue for years with S, did workshops and whatnot. And then finally, you know, life went on, became a massage therapist, got divorced, many relationships later. In 2012, I found myself finally wanting to get into the coaching world, and I had an opportunity. I think it was 12, it might have been 13, it's a little hazy for me now, but somewhere in there I had an opportunity to take a workshop, I think it was called a master class if I remember correctly, with Michael Neal. It was outside of, in London I guess, and Jamie Smart just happened to be one of the presenters in that course. And I remember getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and which was not something that I normally did, so I wasn't a morning person, and listening to this stuff that was pretty unfamiliar to me, but yet resonated at the same time. I had read one of Michael's books, I had read one of Jamie's books. As a matter of fact, the year before that, Jamie very graciously allowed me to do an expert interview with him when I was ending a different coaching course that had nothing to do with the principles at all. And I actually was doing it on transformational coaching, which is hilarious because their transformational coaching was completely different than when I went and did Jamie's work with Clarity, when I did Michael's work with Super Coach. And yet Jamie was my expert interview on his book Clarity at that time. And I just knew that somewhere along the line I was going to cross paths with him again. And sure enough, at the end of Super Coach and deciding not to continue that journey, I got a letter from Jamie and basically agreed to go down the path of clarity. And for me, that was the most profound shift that I'd had through all the other things that I'd done. I really, really opened myself up in ways that I never even thought possible. And wrote a book, which I had said for years, I'm never going to write a book. No one will read it if I write a book. I just do nothing but run-on sentences. I can't spell worth a darn, all that stuff. And I had a lot of negative things about myself that had been kind of with me forever. A lot of negative thinking, a lot of judgmental thinking, a lot of insecure thinking, fearful thinking. That had been something that had been with me pretty much my entire life. And then all of a sudden, things just started transforming in the most literal sense of the word, because who I'd been and what I'd seen was nothing compared to, you know, the insights that started coming. I won't say on a regular basis, but it was just like boom, 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 boom. My life just started to flip over, and the anxious Lori that I used to be, the caring more about what people thought about me than I thought about myself, just started to dissolve. And it was pretty amazing that 3 powerful insights from 2012 till now have created this ability for me to just kind of live my life in the moment, no matter how it shows up, even when it's crappy, even when it doesn't make sense. I just keep waking up to whatever's there to do, whatever's available for me. And I have Jamie to thank for that. I have Jamie and this incredible group of people that I've gotten to know and will continue to get to know, and just saw so in I don't have the right word for it, but inside that, you know, my life is something that I create moment to moment, and that it is all generated from my ability to be able to feel and think my world. You know, it's like, I could say what Jamie says, but I'll probably screw it up, so I won't even try. But anyway, the point is that my life now is so much easier. It's so filled with excitement and fun, and I just can't wait for each day to begin to see what's going to happen next. And I don't have problems, because I recognize that anytime something shows up, I'll figure it out at some point. You know, like today I found out that I need $1,800 for my cataract surgery next month. I've got to have both eyes done in October. And, you know, that before would have thrown me into some huge panic. Oh my God, where am I going to get $1,800 from? I don't have $1,800 from da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I would have gotten a lot of thinking about it. And I just was on the phone with this woman. She says, well, can you give us the $1,800? And I said, well, I don't have it right now. I said, but if I can put it in 2 payments, I said, you'll have it. And I said, whatever I have to do, then I'm going to do it. So it was just a completely different place to come from. Usually for me, it's like, oh my God, it's like this just big, horrible thing. What am I going to do? And now it's like, okay, that's $1,800. No problem. I'll take care of it. So that's part of what this transformation has been for me. It's just this allowing life to be the way it is, how reality is, rather than my sometimes fucked up version of it. You know, it's like my reality before was like all this drama and all this stuff. None of it was real. And now it's just like, that's what it is. That's what I have to do. Okay. Now I know. Boom. Take care of it. So I hope that gives you some idea into where this journey has taken me. and where I continue to grow and continue to keep going forward. I love you all. I've been enjoying this journey tremendously, and I look forward to the next 9 months on the journey with Jamie in the trainer training program. So this is Lori Holmes signing off. Thank you so much. Bye.